Hi Professor, this is Chenghuai Zhou. In this video, I will do the reflection about my learning and the thinking during this semester in ISIT204. So what I want to learn by taking this subject is I want to get more understanding about the e-business and getting know some like the structures of the e-business and how the e-business operating. Um, and also some necessary concept that we need to know in the e-business environment. And think back to the start of the semester, it was a choice for me. It's not a mandatory. Uh, the reason I choose this subject, there's two reasons. The first, I think the e-business is still the future directions. It's growing really, really fast in my country. And the second reason I think is I have learned a little about business in my high school, and I think e-business and business is will have um, some similarity. So I think I would be more familiar with the e-business. Other skills I expecting, I want to be able to identify the successful business and unsuccessful business and identify the reasons why they're getting successful. And yeah, I will be able to create my business, e-business, and able to use what we learn to help to growing and developing my business in the future. The most important part in the subject, I think for me, is the definition, which is the chapter one, the marketing of e-business. In the first chapter, gives us some definitions about the e-business and e-commerce. Also, we look through the past of the business and the how the e-commerce coming. And also, we learn some example about the successful and unsuccessful business relating to the first assessment, which is the a business failure. I learned a lot from that assessment. I do a lot of research and find some example and identify why this business are getting failure, find out the mistake they made, and think of how to prevent from that. What I'm thinking is I believe we can always learn from the past. Yeah, and it's also increase developing my critical thinking. And how can use the content? Is in my actually in my uh, future career, I was expecting I can make creating a new business in the IT area. In the content in of this subject would be very helpful after I creating my business, and this this content would very helpful for me to developing my business and able to identify my issues and what I need to do to um, developing that. And also the impact. I think the impact for me is uh, I'm getting more confident and it increased my aspirations to create a new business. And the current pandemic, yeah, the pandemic is yeah, it's really really bad. Uh, it's not only changing my learning style, it's also changing my lifestyle, by the way. Uh, Especially like I'm living the Wuhan, and it changes a lot of the how the peoples hang out. Mm. The easiest change I think is easiest way that I adjust is I'm still be able to listen to the lectures and join the lab. This is all very easiest for me to adjust. I think there's some hardest part. I think the most major is the communications between the teammates in the group project. But I think the face-to-face is still the most convenient ways to communicate with each other. But yeah, we are trying to overcoming that problems. We have created a WhatsApp group to overcome to make easier to communicate with each other within the group. And what I'm missing is I would like the art atmosphere to study in the class. Yeah, that's what I'm really missing. And what do you, uh, I hope always continues is um, I'll be continuing studying the UOW. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much all the things. Yeah, thank you, Professor. That's all for me. Yeah, thank you.